Happy Thanksgiving and welcome. This is a season where we express gratitude for the people in our lives, the experiences, the bounty in our lives. I want to ask you to turn that grace and that gratitude towards yourself for a moment, or maybe it becomes a practice where you identify three things about yourself for which you are grateful. It's a powerful and quite uncomfortable practice. It's actually taken me some time to build this muscle. I'm still working on it. But when I think about all the years that I've spoken disparagingly of myself and how disproportionate it is compared to the gratitude, like, thank you, legs, instead of feeling shame for my legs not being the size I think it should be, or the length they should be, or whatever other ideas of what should be, instead thanking these legs for carrying me where I want to go. And I go a lot of places. I move fast and I love that my legs are right there for me. So it sounds silly, it sounds awkward, but it really is an invitation to express gratitude for ourselves. You might start by looking in the mirror and saying, thank you, and then sit with whatever comes up. If you're like me, and a lot of people I hear when we look in the mirror for the first time, not just to see if we look okay, we make the mark so that we can go out into the world, but we actually look into our eyes and delight in ourselves and delight in this relationship that we're maybe repairing or cultivating with ourselves. The relationship we have with ourselves will outlast all others till death do us part. Yet it's a relationship that we tend to neglect with frequency. So let's change that. Let's look in our eyes in the mirror and say, thank you, eyes. Thank you for having the legs to carry me, as we said, or the mind to express curiosity and to read, the ability to see. We can start with our body, we can start with our senses, but then we can thank the experiences that we've created. Thank you for this moment. I mean, being present for this moment. This is an opportunity for us to get to know ourselves, to become curious about ourselves, and to bathe us in gratitude. When you're looking in your eyes and you see crow's feet, it's really easy to go in a totally different direction. I'm tracking with you, but here's an opportunity to delight in them, to look at those crow's feet and say, like, wow, thank you for smiling so much, for having a life worth smiling about, for having the years that bring wisdom. So it feels maybe awkward or unfamiliar, or maybe it feels very comfortable for you. But I want to invite you into this practice to really become curious about the ways in which we might prop ourselves up a little bit higher. Because here's the fact: when we feel good about ourselves, when we are talking to ourselves in a way that supports us, we have more to give. Self neglect is selfish, but self care, that's a birthright, and it's a responsibility in a world that desperately needs us at its best. So let's start with thanking ourselves. And of course, we don't have to be in competition with thanking the people that we love. Do that too. But show up for yourself in a new way. Thank yourself as I thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.